disappointment in his life. And then he'd be back. I thought he needed to throw a little, read, huge, mega, horribly mean tantrum over this sudden change in his life plan. And then he would boomerang right back to me. Breaking news. He didn't. Some boomerangs don't circle back, apparently. My ex-boyfriend, Jonathan, bolted just like my dad did. And now, after several long months, I've finally come to terms with the realization that he's not coming back. Jonathan, not my dad. I lost any hope of that man returning when I was still drinking out of a sippy cup. So when I called my granddaddy and told him he'd soon be getting a great-grandchild, I also might have mentioned that I was getting married. Since the word delusional is not very pretty, we'll say it was hope that drove me to tell that lie. Hope that my life wouldn't be following the same tragic path as my mom's, and that the man I loved really would return to me. Surprisingly, I've maintained this lie pretty well up until now. I've gone home to Kentucky to visit my granddaddy several times since announcing my impending nuptials. But unfortunately, my dear, wonderful fiancé was always too busy with work to be able to come along. The work of a prestigious lawyer waits for no man. And yeah, I have no idea why I also turned Jonathan into a lawyer. I think at that point, some part of me must have known he was never coming back. Anyway, it was all fine and dandy until the surprise trip my granddaddy sprung on me last night. Then Lucy talked me into faking a relationship with her brother, to whom I dream of feeding laxatives via a surprise coffee delivery to his office. Drew, the physical embodiment of how a person feels when they are assigned jury duty. But wait, there's more. Drew is the human version of a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth. The man, so boring, he eats celery for dessert. The only person in the world with whom it would be more pleasing to run barefoot over a trail of pointy Legos than have a 30-second conversation. In case anyone is still confused, I absolutely can't stand Dr. Stuck-Up Marshall. I pull back the curtains again and stare out at my driveway like a peeping Tom. If Drew pulls in right now, he'll see my face pressed up against the glass, making me have a piggy nose and death glare eyes, and he'll keel over at the sight of it. I'm forced to let the curtain fall again when a mom pushing her toddler in a stroller sees me and looks like she might call the cops. Jessie, I'm sure Drew had a good explanation. I know you're determined to hate him, but I promise he's one of the good ones. No, my granddaddy is the only good single man left in the world. And if those old grannies at bingo were smart, they'd snatch him up. So, no, I do not believe Drew is one of the good ones. And I'm certain he did this on purpose. He's mad at me for throwing the bag of diapers in his face, and this is retaliation. What diapers? No, you know what? I don't want to know. At least tell me what happened when your granddaddy showed up and Drew wasn't there. Crickets. I don't say a word, and I'm hoping Lucy will think the line went dead and give up and go about her day. Jessie? She drags out my name like she just found out I ate all the cookies from the cookie jar. What happened when he showed up? I sigh dramatically. He didn't, okay? He called me this morning saying he woke up to a flat tire and had to have it towed to a mechanic. He said he'd have to take a rain check on the visit. Oh my gosh, then why in the world are you so upset with Drew? You didn't even need him. I blank. Because he didn't know that. I never told him because I wanted to see if he'd show or not. And he didn't. So, ha.